January arrives, and with it the possibility of players who finish their contract in 6 months, on June 30th, to negotiate with any club. In 2025 there are an 11 of players who are free and who would fight to win the Champions League. January is a date marked in red. The beginning of the year is when most people set resolutions that they will not fulfill later. In the world of football, it is marked in red by the start of negotiations, that of those players who are free in just 6 months. With the season halfway through, with the winter transfer market having just opened, footballers who end their contract on June 30th, 2025 have the possibility, starting this Wednesday, of signing for any team without having to inform the club in which they join. Currently located. We wanted to see what starting 11 we would get from those players who to date have not renewed or reached an agreement with another club. And of course, I would fight to win the Champions League. Goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, Bayern Munich. The German goalkeeper is already a veteran, but if anything has been shown in the world of football, it is that goalkeepers have an elixir of life. He has already confirmed that he wants to continue beyond 2025, and, if he does, it will be at Bayern. Right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Liverpool. One of the players with the highest profile and the possibility of changing teams in this 11. The Liverpool fullback has a future ahead of him, 26 years old, and a great offensive capacity that is beneficial for big teams. Real Madrid is waiting in case he does not renew at Anfield. Central, Jonathan Tah, Bayer Leverkusen. Tah's natural step is to leave Bayer Leverkusen this summer in search of a higher-ranked team. There appears Barcelona, who wants to close the defender this January for the next season. Central, Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool. The best centre-back in the Premier League this season and one of the best in the history of the competition. He has not yet renewed with Liverpool, although everything seems to indicate that he will continue to be a Red. He wanted to wait for Klopp to change for Slot to know that the team was going to continue being competitive. Left back, Alphonso Davies, Bayern Munich. Another of the candies of this market. He has had thousands of comings and goings with his renewal at Bayern Munich, and so far it has not been closed. He is another of the players for whom Real Madrid is very attentive. Inside right, Kevin De Bruyne, Manchester City. It is the worst season since his arrival at Manchester City, but it is still important for Guardiola. The contract ends and, despite the siren songs from Arabia, the English team surely wants to renew it for at least one more year. Midfielder Joshua Kimmich, Bayern Munich. He is one of the most coveted players on the market. Barcelona wanted him, but it seems that the versatile German player could stay at the Bavarian giant. The negotiations, however, are far from being closed. Left-handed interior Ilkay Gundogan, Manchester City. He left Manchester City free in 2023 for Barcelona, which let him go back to the English team last summer. Now, his contract is ending again and his performance is not as expected. His future is unknown. Right winger Mohamed Salah, Liverpool. The best player in the world this season. The only one in history to have reached Boxing Day with double figures in goals and assists. The Premier's top scorer, the best player on the best team in Europe. Little more to say. Centre forward Cristiano Ronaldo, Al Nassr. Yes, he is not in Europe, but his name continues to strike fear into his rivals, now in Arabia. His contract at Al Nassr ends on June 30th, and it is not known what will become of the Portuguese star. Left winger Jonathan David, Lille. Another of those players who are one market away from taking the next step in their career. Lille and Ligue 1 have become too small for the Canadian striker, who has a string of teams waiting for him.